Y'all, please forgive me for the late video. I apologize. Anywho, this is episode 12 of Potomac, and we open up with Wendy, the newest housewife. And I gotta say, it's been 12 episodes, and she finally has an episode that focuses on her. Now, she's having a sip and see for her newborn daughter, and I'm guessing her plot line for this episode is that she doesn't get along with her husband's side of the family. So much so that they didn't attend her wedding, and I believe they haven't even met her children yet. And speaking of children, those two little boys she have, they look really bad, like Bebe's kids bad. Anywho, moving on, the next scene we're with Ashley and Michael, and we're following them to their therapy appointment. Couples counseling, if you will. So they're discussing the interesting qualities of their relationship as well as Michael's infidelity. And Michael, it looks like he's blaming his child for his infidelity. Like, I'm guessing the attention isn't on him anymore. It's just his kid, as well as the baby taking all of Ashley's attention, instead of just copping to the fact that he's a liar, a bussy-grabbing liar. Now, it seems like they don't get into it during the counseling, but they have this mutual agreement that they need to work on their communication. So next we do this jump around scene where we see most of the ladies doing different things. First we see Giselle, and she's talking to her R. Kelly looking ex-husband, and she's showing him how tacky her walls are. No pun intended. Next, we see Robin at one of Juan's games that he's coaching, and she's dancing in these empty bleachers, mimicking like the cheerleaders. Damn, not only Robin lacks sex appeal, but she also lacks rhythm. I just really feel bad. I mean, at least she can dress a little bit. She don't have Giselle's fashion sense. And oof, Juan in this suit. Juan is fine. Anyway, moving on. So now we're with Karen, and she's filling in Ray on what happened on her girls' trip in the last episode. Now they're walking near their house, and they're basically talking about 2 or 3 episodes ago where Ray was like, I'm not sure if I'm in love with Karen anymore, and they're discussing that. Wow, so we always see this wedding photo that they always show when Karen says she's been married for X amount of years, and I gotta say, Ray looks like he's about 60 in this wedding photo. So, I mean, it kind of does make sense that, is he 80? Is he 80, y'all? Can somebody Google that for me? Because, yeah, like, Ray has that little Morgan Freeman symptom where he's just been looking old forever. Now, Karen acknowledges that she's changed quite a bit, before she got on the show, and she has this new Housewives fame and, recognition. And Ray says, well, I feel like you don't give me the attention that I deserve. And he also says that he thinks that the little fame and a little bit of fortune that she has is going to her head. And I can agree with him a little bit on that. I mean, the Grande Dame, darling, the Grande Dame in Potomac. But just looking on the outside in, it does look like Ray is putting too much on Karen. Like, I feel like Ray got to meet her halfway on something, putting it all on Karen, even though, she is a lot, I imagine, to be married to, he still has to put forward some type of effort. I don't care if you are like 80 something. So now we're with Candace, and she's driving to the courthouse right now to press charges against Monique. And she's just talking to her mom for moral support, I guess, and here come the tears. I really cannot believe she decided to press charges against Monique. I'm guessing she was thinking that, well, if Bravo not gonna do shit, I'm gonna do something. Because it seemed like from Candace's perspective that, oh, well, Monique is still on the show. She's bragging about it on Twitter and laughing. I want this hoe to suffer. I want her to spend some legal fees, and if she in jail, bonus. So next scene, we're at Robin's place, and apparently she's selling hats or apparel of some sort. I didn't know she had this new venture. I thought she flipped houses, honestly. Now her sons are wondering too, like, what are you making from this? And Robin actually says how much she's making on camera, while she has like issues with the IRS right now. She actually said like, oh yeah, I made this amount of money. I think she said $10,000 on camera. Okay, I'm just saying the IRS is watching you, girl. I would watch it until you pay that $90K that you owe. And by the way, Robin, this confessional look, all this hair, like it's just like a big mat of hair. Like she didn't even need like a ponytail. It's just a big, like it looks like chinchilla almost. It's just hanging off her like this. I don't know. I don't really care for it too much. I like Robin with the short hair, honestly. Short and blonde is fine. Someone hook her up with a wig, something. Like, Giselle and Robin are beautiful, yet they just struggle in appearances. I don't get it. So next scene, we see Candace meeting up with her personal gal, whatever, and she's discussing how she just filed charges against Monique. Now, I really do think she wants Monique to go to jail at this point. Is Candace really on this level of petty? She's also talking about who's in her corner and who's not. Of course, you have Giselle, Wendy, and Robin in her corner, and she's most disappointed at Karen. I don't think she expects Ashley to be on her side, especially because Ashley wasn't even there for the fight. But yeah, it seems like she's really disappointed in Karen, and she wants Karen to pick a side. Next scene, we're with Wendy and her husband, and they're choosing a venue, like 3 days before the event. Where they do that at? They're talking about their family drama, but I don't care. Fast forward. So next we're with Ashley, and she's visiting her uncle, and of course they're talking about, Michael's indiscretions. Damn, that baby just looks exactly like Michael. Like a little mini Michael. She should have named that baby Michael Jr. Like that baby looks nothing like her. It's like Michael birthed that baby. Anywho, next we see she's surprised by her mom coming over, and y'all, I'm not gonna laugh with a lady with a patch over her eye, but I kind of giggled just a little bit because all she missing is T'Challa on her shoulder, and she would be a pirate, basically. I'm sorry, it was just funny how she just, personally, I would not have my mom on camera. I'm like, Mom, you are not coming on camera with an eye patch over your eye. I'm sorry, you're just not. Now, with that said, they're all at the kitchen table talking about Michael. Again, I do not care. Fast forward. So it's the day of Wendy's Sip and See, and we see that they have like a pink theme, so everyone has to wear pink because of her daughter, and we see them getting ready. Now, I thought this was just a funny, cute scene of them showing her, one of her boys walking in his mom's heels. Now, haven't we all done that? I mean, I'm a confess right now. I used to walk in my mom's heels sometime because it was just fun. I didn't think about it like that as a kid. It was just like, oh shit, I'm in these big ass heels and I can't walk. I didn't see anything about it. But yes, I walked in my mom's heels at some point. Not all the time, but I remember doing it for fun. Lord, they talking about the in-laws again. I do not care. Next scene. So we get to the venue and we see Robin is the very, very first person to arrive. Robin has been on time this entire season. I think it was because of her actions last season when she was late to everything and almost missed the trip, that the producer sat her down just like, you know what? If you want to be on this show next season, you better be on time for everything. And yeah, she's the only person there. And unfortunately, I'm thinking she thought the invite said 6 at a black event. Yeah, nope. I'm invited to a Halloween party next week and the invite says 7. I might get there at 8:30, maybe 9. But yeah, also Robin is wearing this pink blazer that we seen on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when Lisa and Erica Jane both wore it. Now, we'll commend Robin. She was the first to wear that blazer because I'm pretty sure Potomac filmed before Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So kudos to Robin. She looks cute. I like her hair. So yeah, I'm fine with this blazer. It's so popular. I mean, it's okay. I need to Google it to see how much that jacket is because if Robin can afford it, I'm pretty sure like it's manageable. Like y'all can probably get it. So meanwhile, the guests are finally arriving, and of course Monique isn't invited to this event because Candace is going to be there, and she also told them that, hey, don't invite me to an event right now. And speaking of Monique, the ladies get the text message or, a Google alert that Monique has officially been charged with second-degree assault by Candace. So we see most of the housewives arriving, and soon as Giselle, Robin, and Karen sit down, Giselle cannot help herself and bring up the charges against Monique. So Karen notices how giggly Giselle is about the charges, and she wants no parts of it, so she walks away from the table. And this party is cute so far, everything's going off without a hitch, cute Nigerian party. We see Candace arrives with her husband Chris and her mom. Now, I didn't realize the way Wendy spelled her daughter's name, Cameron. Kamrynn. That is a very, very interesting way to spell Cameron. Like, I don't know. It was just, it's really interesting. That's all. So we see everyone celebrating, and poor Chris, Candace's husband, the only white gentleman at this party, just in the corner, just spectating. Just like, okay, all right, I'm here. So next we see all the ladies are sitting down at the table along with Candace's husband Chris and her mom. And Giselle, messy ass Giselle, she got to bring up the charges that she just filed. So they're going to get into that. Now, Robin and Giselle are asking Candace, is the goal jail time for her? Like, do you want her to go to jail? And Candace says, well, that's up for the court to decide. And if that's what they have to do, so be it. And that's just what I got from it. Now, personally, I already said that I think it's real petty, but even the green-eyed bandits don't think Monique deserves jail time. And Candace's like, oh, she don't? And of course, Candace's mom is in her corner like, well, it was an assault, wasn't it? And then, Ashley finally pipes up and she says, well, I did hear y'all both yelling from the bathroom and you got in her face. And then that's when Giselle and Robin call her out, but Ashley, you weren't there. Now, granted, I agree with Ashley. Like, it looks like Candace isn't taking any responsibility for her actions at all. But again, it's hard for Ashley to say something because she didn't physically see the fight. And Giselle and Robin reminds her of this, like, you weren't there, so it's really hard for you to, like, speak on, like, who started what. Now, first, it starts off with Candace throwing the first dagger, saying, oh, is Monique paying you? Is Monique paying you? And, Ashley responds, what I gotta need her money for? I'm already married to a millionaire. And then Candace hits below the belt, oh, not for long. Now, see, that wasn't called for, Candace. And that's the thing. Your mouth keep getting you into these situations. Now, why your mouth trying to write these checks that your ass can't cash? That's the thing. Like, I'm not saying you deserve that mollywop, but you really do be provoking people. And I really commend Ashley for not coming crazy at her in front of her husband and her mom. Like, Ashley really kept it cute, and I'm really surprised. I think Ashley was just like, she didn't want it that day. And if we're being honest, that was a weak read by Candace. Like, regardless if Ashley leaves her husband, she'll still be paid because she'll be taking half of his cash. I can't say the same about you because you're still living off your mom. So, I don't know. Like, I'm not really in Candace's corner right now because she's acting like a petulant child. So like I said earlier, Ashley didn't take the bait and she's pretty calm addressing Candace. And Chris just tells Candace, shut up, stop talking. And he's a good husband because if you're trying to sue somebody or press charges against them for a fight, it looks like you've been the one who's been starting these fights, like, as anyone can see. And that's probably why the case was thrown out. So their conversation at the table de-escalates a bit, and now they're just having a regular conversation. And Candace is clearly bothered that Ashley feels that she hasn't taken any type of accountability for this fight. Now, Karen finally enters the conversation and says it really sucks being in the middle. And then Candace calls her out, and she was like, didn't you say you were going to talk to her? Didn't you say you were going to talk to her? And I think Candace is definitely angry and feeling some type of way that Karen isn't immediately in her corner. And again, I'm with Karen. Like, if y'all both my friends, I think, yes, this person is definitely wrong, but you attributed to this fight as well. Let's not, put you as the complete victim here. But yeah, it looks like Karen just wants to stay out of it, and Candace is like, nope, not having it, you need to choose. So we see the party is finally over, and we see that Wendy and her husband is having a moment talking about her family, and again, I don't care, so that's where the episode ends, y'all. Now, a couple observations. Candace is a petulant child. She really is. She's pretty petty. I'm not sure why she waited so long to press charges, and it looks like she wants Monique, a mother of 3, to have jail time, which is ridiculous. But I think she honestly wants her to just spend some money in court and legal fees out of pettiness as well. But anywho, it's just really hard for me to be on Candace's side with the way she's acting, because she's acting very immature right now. Second thing I noticed, Monique was not in this episode at all. And I'm guessing this was her punishment. And y'all know, the Housewives get paid per episode now. They don't get paid, for the whole season. So it'll be interesting to see how many episodes Monique isn't in completely. And my last observation is, did y'all know Charisse went to this party? And Bravo, petty asses, edited her out. She was even at the table when they were discussing Candace's charges against Monique. They edited her out. The only thing I saw, because I was trying to watch it and press pause or whatever, the only part I saw her in was the back of her, and she was getting food or whatever at the buffet counter. Wow, Bravo is so petty. They mean they didn't want to pay her at all. Damn. She was at that party. It's crazy how production they can edit you out. No problem. But yeah, y'all, this episode was definitely more interesting than last week. I will catch y'all next week for the next episode. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I apologize for this video coming out pretty late. But yeah, it's out now. Okay? So yeah, I will see y'all later. Bye.